Okay, we are going to play a little game based on our artist that we're studying. You will get a little worksheet kind of thing, just a guide. It's called Kehinde Wiley Roll a Background. We will have already talked about Kehinde Wiley, so this will all make sense to you. You have, let me just go over the worksheet. You have the dice on the left, okay, and then so that's whatever I roll, you're going to find the number, and then depending on which roll it is, you're going to find what you're supposed to draw. And everybody should have a little bit of a different worksheet. So, for instance, I will on the first roll, so this is first roll, on the first roll, I got a 3. So you're going to go to the column, which is up and down, first roll, and then I did a 3. So I'm going to have to draw this flower right here, and it says to draw it one time. So I'm going to find a place on my paper, and I'm going to draw that one time. The next roll, second roll, I got a 6. So I'm going to come down here, look at my 6, and I'm going to come down to the second roll. It's the same thing. That's okay. So I'm going to draw this. Since this is my second roll, it says to draw it 2 times. So I'm going to draw it 2 different times on my paper. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So that first roll, I said to do 1. I'm just going to make one big one. I'm just going to do my best. It kind of looks like a tulip. Kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I can do it however I want on my paper. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. So the second time I rolled a 6 and I've got to draw 2 more of these. I'm just going to go ahead and make them smaller just to make it interesting. And I can make it kind of wavy there too. Like I said, it doesn't have to be just like that. And then I'm just going to have a curvy little line to the bottom. I need to do another one. And so like Kehinde Wiley's backgrounds, all of the flowers and the leaves and the ivy, it just all kind of moves around in the background. So it doesn't have to be just the ground down here. Okay. And I can make it go different directions too. Okay. Okay. So I've completed, this was roll 1. I only drew 1. So on roll 2, I got the same thing, but it says to draw 2 of them. So I drew 2 of them in different shapes. Okay, let's go back and do our third roll. I got a 6 again. Doesn't mean I draw it 6 times. It just means that I'm in this row of 6. Now I'm going to go, here's my third roll. This is what I need to draw. And it says to draw it 3 times since it's my third roll. So I'm going to draw this, which looks like, it's just like kind of like a branch with leaves. I'm going to draw that 3 times. And I don't need to put it right next to each other. I'm going to kind of make it interesting. And I can do whatever size I want. And you don't have to do exactly the same amount of these little circle leaves. I'll leave that up to you. You can add more. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make it interesting too. Go through this one. Remember, I gotta draw it 3 times, and I want to make it big and small. My goal is to fill up my whole paper. So I think I'll have it come down like this too. These are just little circle leaves. I'm gonna color these in later. If you want the branches to be thick, you can do that too, but I'm just going to get it on paper and then I'm going to work on that later. So I did my 3 in different places. They're about the same size. They don't have to be, but I'm just kind of arranging it on my own. Okay, what roll are we on? We're on the 4th one. Okay, 6 again. Wow, that's weird. Okay, so I'm on 4, down here at 6 again. Okay, so now I'm going to draw this flower, and it looks like just a bunch of like 4 big hearts, 4 small hearts, and a circle in the middle. That's my flower. So I got to do that 4 times because this is my 4th roll. So I got to figure out how to do those 4 places. I think I'll do the branch later. So I'm going to start with a circle and just have like a little heart coming out. And again, this is just a guide. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the drawing on the ditto sheet or on the sheet. Okay. And then my stem, go there. And you know, I can have the same thing come off the same stem. This is my drawing. I want it to be a certain way. And I can have these, again, like I said, you are in charge. Not every flower is the same, so let's see. I like when they intertwine. I'm gonna have this one coming off here, come down here. Okay, so, oh, that's 3. I need 4, right? Because that was the 4th roll. I'll have this one come over here. Okay, so see, I made it a little bit different, but it's similar. Okay, it's not exactly like it was. It's fine. But my point is, I'm filling up my whole paper. I'm having them kind of mix with each other. So I have 4 of those. Okay, so now we're on our 5th and final roll. I think I'll get something other than a 6 this time. Yay. All right. Oh, good. Something different. All right, I got a 2. So this looks like another branch. I'm going to have to do 5 of these. Wow. That's okay. So this is just, if you break it down, this is just, remember how we do those loop-de-loop lines, and then just little leaves off to the side. So I'm going to fill in with those. I think it's good to fill in all of this negative space, the space where I haven't drawn anything. So I can have little leaves, I can have big leaves. It's like a vine. Okay, so loop, de-loop, de-loop, de-loop. So what's good about this is I'll have a lot of green, which is nice. I want to fill up as much as this as I can, because I'm going to color in my background too. And if I use like blue for the background, I don't want to use like so much blue that I can't, that nothing else has any other color. So loop, loop. Take your time, get it right. I know it can be a little bit confusing because all these lines go in. Once we start coloring them, that'll be good. So what have I done? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. And I need to do 5. Oh, that went fast, I think. And just like a lot of ivy and stuff, they do mix together. Okay. All right, so now that you've finished everything on your roll, you've done all 5 rolls and you've got them in there. If you have extra space that you want to fill up and you see something in here that you like that you didn't get to draw, or you didn't draw on your roll, that's fine. I like this flower and I didn't roll on it, so I'm going to add it somewhere. It's probably going to have to be a little pretty little because this is like the biggest thing. So I'm going to draw it anyway because I like it. So you can do that. If you have the time and you want to add it, please do. So I can add those little flowers anywhere on here. I have to have it coming out from somewhere, but so you can go ahead and fill those up. We'll have lots of colorful flowers, and then we'll have a lot of green too. And also, I don't mind if you want to add like a leaf to something like this flower, you certainly can. If you want the stem to be bigger, you can, because I think that would look nice. Luckily for me, I have an eraser on this pen, but you don't need one. It's fine. And if you have any questions or you want some suggestions, just let me know and I'll help you. But this is what we're going to do today, and then you're going to start coloring it in, and then we will finish it off with our portraits to put on top of this. But this is what we're doing today, so have some fun.